Hi there, this is Penny with In Stitches with Penny. Today I'm going to show you how to cut out a PDF pattern. I know I've showed you this before, but I just thought it would be nice to revisit this. So this time I'm making the cocoon cardigan from Jalie. Jalie seems to be my new favorite pattern company. Just the way they construct, they design, it's just amazing. And there's a few videos on their channel. So I want to show you what to do first. First thing you're going to want to do is print out the pattern. This is done on Adobe. You don't want to do this on anything else. So you want to be sure to download the free Adobe Reader, and then you can select your size. So just unselect everything else, select your size or a couple of sizes even if you're going to blend those together. One thing that I really appreciate about this company is how many sheets of paper you have to print out. There's some pattern companies, I've printed out 90 pages for the pattern, which is just crazy. I've yet to print any more than 25, and I'm going to show you in a minute my little trick to put them together. I don't trim all the way around, so I kind of have a little method to my madness. There's going to be some tools you're going to want to use. You're going to want to get your paper scissors. If you don't have paper scissors, but you have this from your Cricut collection or your silhouette collection, you know, just something, a little paper cutter, this one I believe is 12 inches long. This works great, and I'm going to show you how to use both. And then you're going to want to have some Scotch tape to tape it all together. You don't have to use a lot of tape, and I'm going to show you how to conserve on the tape. All right, so let's get started. We have our pages printed out. It says 1 through 25. And on the next page, it's going to show you your grid. So you're going to do 1 through 5, and then you're going to start a new row. So this one has 5 rows and 5 columns. So it's pretty simple. Now the first page, I don't even do anything with. I just leave it alone. And then I'm going to line up everything else according to that. Now, if you can see through that and want to line it up that way, go ahead and do that. I don't like to do that. I do like to either cut it out, and I don't ever cut the top of this whole grid. I don't cut right up here. So the only side I'm going to cut is the left side. So you can just go ahead and cut from your scissors, just like this, just right down that line. And when you cut this paper pattern out, be sure that you choose either actual size or, sorry, trying to fit this together, either actual size or 100%. Don't ever fit to the page. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Wherever my pattern intersects, that's where I tape. And I always tape through here, and I tape as far in the pattern as I can. So again, we're going to, I'll show you another way. Okay, here we go. And you might find that the scissors work just really nice. The next one, I'll show you the other. Okay, so I want to make sure this matches perfectly. Just like that. I don't need to tape up in here because that's going to get thrown out anyway. So I'm going to tape like from here on down. Okay, now, and I'll speed up the video here when I get to the second row. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the other tool I have. Okay, I'll have to remember to do that. Okay, you'll see how I'm only cutting the left side. There's no need to do anything else. And you really want your pattern to intersect nicely. So I'm going to tape here. That's just so the pattern doesn't flop around a lot. And then I just put a little square down there. And it's okay if this part's open, totally fine. Okay, so now let's pull out my little paper cutter here from Recollections. And you're gonna see that I'm going to cut just this one side. So I'm gonna line it up and make sure that my blade goes right down that line. So that looks pretty good. That's the score. I don't have to use that one. And there we go. I like to get it as precise as possible. And then I'm going to tape again down here. All right, so that's my first line. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now the next line, I'm going to cut one more side. When I'm on the far left side right here, I'm only going to cut the top part here. I don't need to cut the bottom, any other side right now because it's going to be overlaid. All right, so let's just line this up as best as we can. You'll see it coming together, but you'll see I'm not cutting every single side. And I'm cutting as I go. And then I tape where everything intersects. So it really conserves on the tape. And it intersects right here. So I'm just going to pull out one more. Okay, now this sheet, from this page on, and every row will be exactly the same. I'm going to trim here, the left side, and the top. And that's all I'm trimming. So let's trim the top. And let's trim the left side. I'm not trimming anything else. And you're going to see that it works out nicely. See how that looks really nice right there? And I just want to make sure that line comes right on down through there. Okay, so it's important that it doesn't shift. And you'll notice I didn't tape here because right now there doesn't appear to be any piece of fabric, or not fabric, but there doesn't seem to be a pattern in that space. So one more time. Now when I get all the way to the right, I'm only, okay, so again, I'm only trimming the top and the left all the way over. And then I'm going to repeat this pattern of cutting all the way down till I'm finished. I did a little better job on that one. All right, so we want to make sure we're fitting it correctly here and down here, just like that. And again, I'm taping inside. Here's my pattern right in here. So this is where I'm taping. It doesn't, this is going to be a throwaway piece, so there's no need to tape right there. And I always, when it's in, when the letters are inside of the pattern, I do go ahead and tape that down. Sometimes there's several pieces of tape. And then we're going to continue So remember, cut the left side, the top, all the way over, and we're going to do 3, 4, and 5. You'll see I got off just a little bit. So here's what I do. This piece and this piece will match. So I'm going to cut this out. And I'm going to line this one up because this is a pattern piece. This is just kind of the little edge. And then I want that to be straight as well. So no, it's not a problem. It's going to happen with all of our crafting here. And let's see, will this match up? And you'll see I kind of got off there, which is not even a part of the pattern. So I'm just going to splice this in just like that. So I'm kind of glad this happened so you can see how I fix it instead of ripping it all out. Don't do that. It will work. You can also take the PDF to a printer and have them do the large format. I've not done that yet. I haven't found a printer. I really haven't looked for a printer. But here you go. You can see that this is all put together. And now I'm ready to cut it out along the orange line here, or whatever color you printed out. So you can see here, I've already printed out a different size that I'm going to make for my daughter. So there's 4 pieces. This is the cuff band that I'm going to cut 2. And this is a really long piece that you had to splice together right here. And you're going to want to cut 2. This is the neck band. What I thought I would do would be fold this in half and then cut out my notches separately from my 2 long pieces. And then this is the front, and you're just going to want to make sure that the grain line runs parallel to the selvage right here. And then this is the back piece, which you'll put on the fold, and you'll just cut 1. And again, the fold line will be the grain line, so you won't have to worry. So I hope you won't be afraid of using a PDF pattern by the indie pattern companies. There's wonderful pattern companies out there other than the big 4. I'm not knocking the big 4 at all because they are wonderful too. But it's just kind of fun to go and see what else is out there on the market. And right now my favorite is Jalie, so I really want you to check them out. And this is a Jalie charliebomberjacket that I made for my daughter. And it has a really cool welt construction. And the best thing I loved about this jacket is Jalie put a tutorial, a very detailed video tutorial online on their YouTube channel. So I'll post that below. So have fun with the PDF patterns. Don't be afraid to use them. They're wonderful. And I will see you soon. Bye.